Just go back once.
Hello, hello. We shall now start our program. Straight away, before starting the program, I would like to give time to our principal, St. Mary Cathedral Higher Secondary School, for the invocation.
I think it is a mute. No sound is coming. So.
Dear friends, let us surrender all ourselves before God Almighty, as we have taken special initiative in the district planning board to begin something special for the children of this ward. That is of all the special guests here, all those who take initiative, all the officers, ward members, the students who are watching and listening to us, and we asking the God's blessings, we begin this program, and I humbly pray to the Lord. Mighty God, bless all of us. May our initiative, which you have put in our hearts and mind, to develop and to continue the creation what you have done on this world. As we recreate our mind and body, our children and our society, bless all of us with your spirit, that it may be fruit-bearing initiative of the district planning and development board. With all faith, we surrender this prayer in your precious name. Amen. Thank you, Father. Let me first introduce myself before this introductory speech. I'm not quite clear as the civil of Kohima. I'll just give you a brief overview on the concept of our ward adoption plan. Respected Honorable Advisor to the Urban Department and Municipal Affairs, respected Father Principal of St. Mary's Cathedral Higher Secondary School, our Chairman and team of Larry Panchayat, officials of Ward Adoption Committee. First, let us first value our admiration and gratitude to our Heavenly Father for blessing us this beautiful time and moment. District Planning and Development Board of Kohima District a few years ago have planned to have a special focus and attention on specific village or town in every 6 constituency of Kohima District.
in every 6 assembly constituency, we have to either adopt a village or a ward. Kohima assembly constituency, by virtue of being within the perimeter of Kohima town, we have adopted Leri ward, which is not a village. Of course, there is no village in Kohima constituency area. In one financial year, under LADP program, Local Area Development Program, this ward adoption program is a small part of it, besides many other activities and plans taken up under LADP. So this is an annual affair. We have adopted many colonies, many wards, and that has been carried out fruitfully. And this financial year, Leri has been chosen, and the activities will be executed through the Ward Adoption Committee, which is comprised of few departments. As far as Leri is concerned, our Ward Adoption Committee is comprising of around 10, 11 departments, such as we have Kohima Municipal, Election Office, Food and Civil Supplies, Social Welfare, Industry Department, Hadi Village, Legal and Meteorological Department, ITI. Our activities, these departments are focused in activities on skill development, capacity building, workshop, seminars, etc. Today is the launching day program from this school. Our activities will be starting, and we'll try to complete it by next March 2023. Even before that time, we will try to complete it. Obviously, these all activities will be in collaboration with our Leri Panchayat. We are also thankful to the school authority for making all this arrangement. And we also put on record our appreciation to the Leri Panchayat for coordination and taking up all the necessary arrangement and trouble. Lastly, most important, our sincere gratitude to our honorable advisor for his time and concern for the endeavor of Ward Adoption Committee. With these few words, I conclude my introductory speech, and now I would like to give time to our chairman, Leri Panchayat, Dr. Ilan, to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My respects to our honorable advisor, Sir Nicky, his entourage, the principal, St. Mary's, the resource persons, students of St. Mary's, Corregio and Vineyard, and the teachers. Here, I would like to say thank you to the district administration, along with our honorable advisor, for picking Lere colony and adopting it as their child. On behalf of the Lere Panchayat and the citizens of Lere, we would like to say a very big thank you. Here I would like to encourage the students by giving one example. That example is none other than the principal of St. Mary's Higher Secondary School, Father Jason. He looks like a very simple man, but behind the clock, there's something which we have been seeing and observing. He has turned the colony into a different shape. He has placed the colony into one of the top schools digitally in digital India. Thank you, Father, for your die-hard works for the colony in particular and Kohima town in general. Not just that alone, I would like to say one more thing. Behind the clock, he is an architect. Beautifully it has been transformed. As you come inside the school, you can see the infrastructure development going on in full throttle. And on behalf of the Lire Panchayat, we would like to say thank you, Father. We appreciate and may God bless you. Last but not the least, with this career counseling going on, we are live now. 40 rooms are connected. 1,700 students are watching this. But the lucky few, the class 10 students, will be questioning the resource persons. And we have sent the links. People are observing on their way to office. They are live with this program. And at the last note, I would like to wish all the very, very best for this launching and also the career guidance program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairman, Larry Panchayat. I now give time to our Honorable Advisor, Urban Development and Municipal Affairs, to take time.
Thank you. Respected Chairperson, Mr. Lopai Konyak, respected Principal, respected Chairman of the area, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and my student friends. It's indeed a privilege for us to be here this morning. Actually, I was quite puzzled and I was quite shocked hearing that all the rooms have been kept ready and it's all digitalized. And I think this is one of the first ever here. And I'm really glad that it's not just the people sitting here, but even from other rooms, all can see what is happening. You know, I myself am a student of Don Bosco School in Shillong. It was much before many of you were born. I got into the boarding since 1961. Then we shifted to Shillong, and that was in Dibrugarh. And we shifted to Shillong, 1962 to 69, where I finished my matriculate there. Those days, of course, I don't really know exactly what it is now, but those days in the schools, in the boarding, when we have programs, and when we try to sing songs, we cannot sing love songs. We have to add some, saint's name, or we have to put Mary, you have to put Jesus, and this, we change the words and sing. But I have attended lots of programs even in Don Bosco Higher Secondary School. There I had also shared the same thing with them. In our days it was quite different. Today you can come up and sing any song that you like, and I'm sure your principal doesn't stop you from singing, isn't it? It is a blessing for having such a wonderful principal who is really trying to bring changes to the school, and not only to the school, to the state. And I must congratulate him. The three schools of St. Mary's, Correggio, and Vineyard, I think they've been performing well even in the studies. Now coming back to this topic which we are starting today. In fact, we are quite behind time. We should have started this quite some time back. But then we, as the adoption committee, were all busy in their own other activities, and hence I think this delay had taken place. But we'd like to see that we try and make a little difference to the ward which we have adopted. This adoption had started about quite some years back, which I've been trying to share with other districts, whether it's Mokokchung or Woka or Zungoto. And we said, see, we have started something like this, and even if your districts can also start Or if you feel that you don't want to start, that is up to you. In fact, I have even asked some of our colleagues, you allow our people, our Kohima District Planning Board to visit your ward, your district, and then share with you what we are planning to do, what we have been doing. They said that definitely will invite you all and share what is happening in your site. But we have not gone out of Kohima till now, since we were not officially invited. But initially this had started only as adoption of villages, and it was supposed to be the weakest villages that we adopt. You know, those days they used to give a small amount so that the members who go to different villages, they can cover the diesel or petrol money. But we said that money is too small, but let it go to the village. And so nobody takes the money that is offered, and it's used for the villages. Then coming back, I said, my constituency doesn't have any village, and I can't keep on going out to other villages. I must also look after my wards. And therefore we selected the little weaker wards, and the last few years we've been trying to do something for the different wards. And I don't know whether, as students, some of you may be interested, but I was just talking with the chairman. It's not just the student, it's even the women folk and even the men folk whom we want to also discuss with and see what are the things or what is the thing that they also need in their colony. I was happy because when we had the adoption committee for lower PR, middle PR, in fact lower or middle, we had lots of women who had come, and we had a very good an officer who was really good in baking. So we had a special 2-3 day session with them. We told them we can do all that and sell even during Christmas time, you know, cakes, flowers, biscuits and whatnot. And I was just talking with the chairman, if there are people interested here also, we have some very good officers who can really bake very well. And that is something which we feel that we can share with the ward, ladies especially. And it's not that you are all, you know, poor people, but if we can bake some nice items, Christmas time especially, you can always bake or put out for sale, or even bake and give to some poorer people, which is the best gift, I would say, because if we can help a small or a poor person during such festivals, it's a blessing, though we may not realize. Some people are there who can't even buy a cake. And if there are people amongst you who can bake something and, you know, give them even a small cake, that means a lot. And therefore, this is what I wanted to just ask you and challenge you, the ladies especially. If they are interested, we will bring these officers to also have a 1-2 day session with the ladies of Area. Because we'll not call all the ladies from all Kohima ward, but it's from the area. So our chairman may kindly also take note of that. And I'm sure there will be people, not only the ladies, but even the students, whether it's boys or girls also. And therefore maybe, you know, maybe an extra work for you. But there is nothing wrong with trying to learn something new, which can be, you know, helpful in future. I want to especially thank our principal, the school authorities here, not only here, but of the 3 schools for, you know, sending your students to attend such a program. And actually, I'm really surprised to see that the uniforms of the different schools are also so classy, so jazzy. And don't earn a bad name with your uniforms. That is what I just want to share with you. You should earn good names with the uniform that you are wearing. People will say, oh, that's good. That uniform is that school. And if you do something bad, your school gets all a bad name. It's not the individual. And therefore, be proud that you are from the schools, different schools, but be proud that you can also bring names to your schools. And that is what I want to share with you. there are many things when you talk with the children and students especially, but we don't have the time to do that right now. But after our session, for me, especially last night, I was just telling that the chief minister is calling us for a meeting at 11:30. So I may move out because the notice had come that the prime minister may be coming to our state, and that is the reason why he had suddenly called for a meeting. But then we will keep a lookout again, and like I have mentioned, if there are people who are interested to do this or even other works which we can discuss again with the chairman of the colony, we will be happy to take up, because we have at least 4 or 5 months left. And therefore, if there are things where we as an adoption committee can help, we'll be most happy to do that. Or maybe the chairman and friends also may be able to teach the adoption committee things which they expect from the government also. And therefore, I wish all of you the very best. And I'm really glad to launch this program, especially when, in fact, I was just thinking I'll ask the principal. I want to move to 2-3 other rooms to see what really is happening, what is happening here, whether they are really seeing the actual thing or not. It's not that they are going to show something else from other rooms, but I'd rather just to satisfy myself, I will just move out and see in 1 or 2 rooms what exactly is happening here, so that I feel these are things which can be shared everywhere. And once again, I wish all of you the very best, and especially now this program, where the issue is more for the students who are planning for things in the years ahead. And therefore, long back when for us in the hostels, every day we have to pay compulsory. And long back, I'm sure none of your parents will tell you this now, but they used to tell us, playing will not earn you your bread or will not fill your tummy. Supposing you are a very good footballer, your parents may say, playing football, you are not going to fill your tummy with that. But today I'm happy that they are proven wrong. Because the sports persons are the ones getting the maximum money. And therefore, we keep on saying, if a student is interested in these games or if he is interested in that thing, we should not stop them and encourage them to earn from whatever they are interested. They will become professionals. And therefore, I'm not encouraging all of you to become footballers, but if you are really interested in sports, or if you are really interested in other things, I don't see why parents should be a stumbling block for them. They should in fact encourage. And this is what I've been sharing here and there. But I want you all to question the people who are going to share with you, ask questions for yourself, learn something, and then maybe in future you can also plan better for your future also. Thank you so much and have a very good day today.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words and encouragement, especially for our students. I hope our students will keep things in mind. Our advisor will be rushing to Secretariat for a meeting. So before he leaves, we will have a group photograph. And the next technical session will be presided over by our ITI principal. With this, we come to the end of the inaugural session. Now we shall have a group photo with our advisor.
Thank you.
Shall we start? Okay, good morning everyone. Yes, I want you to be smart, concentrate for maybe another 25, 30, 40 minutes, okay? Because I'm sure from your school, most of the information which you need for your career in the future might have been informed to you, but every information with different person is different. So the information which we are going to give you today might be useful to you. So I want you to pay your attention once again. My name is Alonse. I did my schooling from Loyola School Kifri, and then my PU at Chosama, then engineering, mechanical engineering from Maharashtra, Ambedkar University. So, how many of I want this seminar to be a kind of interactive as well as more of a discussion time. We will try to give you only the basic information, and at the end, whatever queries you want to put up, you put up and we'll discuss. Okay? So while we keep on, please note down whatever question you want to put up after the session is over. So I decided my career when I was in class 1. I had 4 or 5 of my friends. We used to write in the notebook that private attendance. So in the private attendance, some of my friends, they will write, some will write administration, some will write politician. But I wrote that I will become an engineer. So when I was in class 1, in the attendance sheet of our personal attendance sheet, I used to sign as an engineer. So that's how I became an engineer. So my question here today is, have you decided your future? Or what is your aim in life? Have you decided? I want to ask yourself. Are you getting my point? If you have not decided, we are going to give you, or we are going to feed you some information which may be useful for you to decide your future. And for those fellows who have decided, that is okay. So me and my colleagues will be speaking, but my focus will be only on government servant, okay? And if there is at least some person who are interested to be a future businessman, then I have that PowerPoint presentation also, that we will see in the later stage. See, student life is golden life. Do you agree or not? You have to enjoy your student life, okay? And how many of you are naughty? Normally, students are naughty, are very smart, brilliant, backbenchers, but in the future, they're normally shy. When I say you have to enjoy your student life, the friendship that you have today, when you enter the university or in the further studies, you won't get that opportunity. So while you make friends, while you sit together, roam together as student, I want you to also take care of yourself, of your studies. Okay? Enjoy doing your homework, enjoy doing your assignment, enjoy reading books, enjoy planning your future. Because if we analyze the lifespan, our lifespan, then the work or the investment that you are going to do today within this short time is going to decide for your future, and that is going to be very important. So please make use of your student life, and this is the right time. So to decide for your future, you have to know your shortcoming and weakness. What is your strong point? What is your weak point? Example, if you want to become an engineer, but if you are not good in maths or in analytical power, it is very, very difficult, irrespective, even if you like it. So you have to know what is your strong points and weak points. Then that will help you a lot. That will be easy for you. And when you decide your career, at the same time, please decide your career linked with what you are interested and what you are, in which field you are talented, your skill, that matters, okay? So, supposing your hobby is doing some constructional work, then you can go for engineering, the field of architecture. If you are good in sports, you can aim for your future in the field of sports. If you are good in writing, you can become a writer. I'm just citing a few examples. If you are very interested in IT sector, computer sector, we can become a future programmer, software engineer, like that. So your interest has to match with your future career. Why? Because when you are interested in some particular field, even if you fail, you will try again. But if you are not interested in that, and if you fail, it will be a discouragement for you. Another thing is, if you choose the career path which you are interested, irrespective of whether you fail or not, you will try again. And you will improve again and again, and you will feel satisfied. Okay? So, choosing your career path along with your field of interest, hobbies, your skill related, these are very, very important. Now, those who are interested in getting government job to become an officer, like IPS, IAS officer, or for that matter in foreign service or like NCS officer, engineering and all in the government sector. Can you raise your hand? If any more? Those who are interested in government service. Okay, thank you. Nowadays, I'll first go with the government of Nagaland context. There is around 1,20,30 somewhere around that roughly government employees in Nagaland. Okay. So now the government has decided that except grade 4, that's Pion Chukidar, all the employees will be selected through competitive exam, that is NPSC and NSSB. So if you want to get into the government service, all you have to do is prepare for that competitive exam. And you should start from day one, that is today. Okay? If you feel and if you think that, oh, after my graduation, I will prepare for 1 month, 3 months, no. Okay, you may be successful, but you may be behind. But if you start your focus from now on, according to your plan to enter the government service, you will be much more ahead of all your friends. And it will be easier for you because your preparation time will be 4 or 5 years from now on. So to enter in the UPS through NPSC, NSSP or any other interview board, you have to start preparing now. And in the all times, that is, the appointment was through political, the backdoor, the money power, favoritism, everything was there, maybe. But nowadays that is no more. So please, it is going to be purely on your strength and on how you are preparing and how you can do well in your exam. So your focus has to be to prepare for that exam from now on, and there will be advertisement every year. Okay. So for those persons who have already decided to enter the government service, it's okay. But I'll tell you, the days of that enjoyment, the days of that recognition, the days of that getting extra money and to get good bungalows or a huge amount of money and all these things are now no more. Okay. The modern technology, the improvement of all this system has changed the system of governance completely. So now, even if you are a government servant, you have to struggle. And of course, here the most important is job satisfaction. See, in any office, you may think that entering in the government servant will make you very happy and you will have a nice time throughout your life. It's not like that. Even if you enter the government service, or you become a businessman, or you become a self-employed, or whether you become a politician, doctor, or farmer, it depends on your job satisfaction. That is how I'm saying that your job has to be linked with your hobbies and your field of interest. Then only there will be job satisfaction. So even if you become an officer, if there is no job satisfaction, you won't be happy. I have seen that in some office, the officers are sometimes not happy, but his or her peon or the drivers are very happy. The reason is linked with their job satisfaction. And so if you are aiming for the government servant just to get that NL10, to roam around, to have a good recognition, yes, to a certain extent I agree, but your uncle, your parents who was officer in the olden days, that is no more there today. But yes, if we are to focus in the Nagaland, the top number one employment opportunity as of now is government servant. But again, another things which I want to explain to you is the government, instead of increasing the employment opportunity, it is going to be decreased. Why? Because if we see, then within India, Nagaland is having one of the highest employment ratio in the government sector. And the government is going to try to reduce that one. And the government is also having an understanding with the ministry, that is Government of India, to reduce expenditure in salary. At present, what I have been informed is that 65% of the Nagaland government budget is spent on salary. So the government of Nagaland has assured or made an MOU with the ministry to reduce from 65% to 35%. Okay, that means instead of increasing employment opportunity in the government sector, it's going to be decreased. But anyhow, those who are willing to become a government servant, there's nothing wrong. You have to try hard, but I'm telling you, there will be maximum of maybe 1,500 to 2,000 advertisement at maximum point, I'm telling you, per year, and the rate of unemployment within Nagaland, just imagine it is hovering around 70,000-80,000, which my colleagues will explain later in detail. So the probability of you getting government employment is very, very less. So if you are to make sure that you get the government service, you have to be very good in studies. You have to be well prepared. And in case you don't get that government servant, what is your alternative? You have to think of that also. And I think all those alternatives and other options, my colleague Meg will tell you. So first part of my speech I'll end here, and I give time to Meg.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, Principal, St. Mary's Cathedral Higher Secondary School, Lere, Chairman Dr. Hang of Lere Panchayat, my dear students, good morning to all of you. It's indeed wonderful to see all of you from 3 different schools. My colleague, Mr. Alonso, has talked a lot on the government sector. He has also informed all of us about the reduction on intake as a government for the government sector. So that's where, I mean, it poses a lot of challenges for all of us also. Before I go into my presentation, why? Let us all ask ourselves this question. Why are we studying? Why are we in schools? Why are we in colleges? Why are we in universities? One point that comes to me, one answer, that is knowledge. Do you agree with me? Knowledge, yes or no? We all go to schools, colleges, universities for getting knowledge. And also, one more thing that comes to me is, apart from knowledge, we need to have the qualifications. Why qualifications? Why the certifications? To sit for competitive exams, to get a job. Then if we are having our degrees, our certificates, then why today in this present age, why do we talk so much about skill development? Why? Why is skill development so important in our lives today? Today, let me tell you one thing, that if you are sincere today, if you listen to this presentation, I can at least tell you that all of you will have one job or the other, a livelihood opportunity. So with that, I'll go to the presentation. So I'll shift a little towards this side, sir. Because I think I have the opportunity. I'll use this one. The population overview and the education overview in Nagaland. If we see this, can you all see the numbers here? Yeah, those at the back, can we all see this? This is the data as per the periodic labor force survey. So I've brought out these data just to show you the numbers that we have. Students, it forms 29.52% of the entire population. Let us come down to the last one, NEET. It's not the National Eligibility Test, entrance test. It is those who are not in any education, neither in any kind of employment, nor in any kind of training. See the number. Almost 20% of the population of Nagaland is not in any kind of education, neither any employment, nor any kind of training. What does that say? That says that we are just sitting idle at home. The unemployment scenario in Nagaland. Look at this number. When the country has an unemployment rate of around 4.84%. Here, when the country has an unemployment rate of 4.84%, Nagaland has an unemployment rate of 25.79. And you know, almost 70% of the unemployed people are in the age of 21 to 30. And 37.45% of the unemployed youths are graduates and above. Look at this number. It's worrying us. It's an area of concern for all of us. The job seekers data that we have in the employment exchanges. So the youths, after the 10th, 12th, graduation, post-graduation, they come to the employment exchanges to register themselves in the employment exchanges. We have 76,354 people as job seekers in the employment exchanges as on 30th June 2022. And when we see the number at graduates, look at that figure. It is towering everybody. More than 25,000. More than 20,000, I mean. So we have graduates, postgraduates, more than 5,000. So we have graduates, postgraduates who are registered in the employment exchanges. More than 25,000 of them are there. That is another concern for all of us. That's where comes why. Why is skill development so important for all of us today? Why do we need skills? One, we have a very strong workforce. That is our advantage. We have a very strong workforce. About 70% of the state's population is in the working age, 15 to 59. We have a very strong workforce. We have a young population. More than 50% of the population is under the age of 25. We have an edge. We have an advantage over the others. We have a very high literacy rate. Urbanization. The state is urbanizing in a very rapid rate. With urbanization, what will happen? It brings opportunities. It will bring with itself different kind of opportunities in different sectors. Today, when we see Kohima town, when we see Dimapur town, what is happening? So many good restaurants are coming up. So many retail shops are coming up. It brings with itself opportunities. Yeah, we were talking about why are we all in schools? Why are we all in colleges? Why are we all in universities? Today, we talk a lot about education and skills. In the past, people talked about skills. What skills does the person have? Is he a good hunter? Is he a good farmer? We talked about that. It was only defined by one E, the employability skills that he had. Then came education. Education overtook employability skills. People who are graduates, postgraduates, degrees, they were getting jobs. But today is the generation, your generation is the time where you need both. You should be educated, you should have your academic degrees. In addition to that, you should have the employability skills. And you will proudly say, yes, I am employable. Do you want to say that you are employable? Yes or no? Right. Today, all of us, we should say we are employable. Now, what skills do I need to make myself employable? Over and above my normal academic qualifications that I have, I'm a graduate, I'm a postgraduate, I'm a doctorate. But do I have the skills to make myself employable? In addition to the core skills, these are some of the skills that you will need according to McKinsey's and Company. In the year 2021, they have come up with these foundational skills for the future of work. They've come up with this study, and they are defining that you should have your cognitive skills, you should have your interpersonal skills, self-leadership, and digital skills. These are 4 core areas where you should be skilled to make yourself employable in the future. Right. Can we see this? What does it say? Who wants to travel the world? Yes. Who wants to travel the world? Everybody, I guess so? Yes. But traveling the world, what does it need? Money. You have to buy your tickets. You will have to book hotels, stay in hotels, right? But if I tell you that you can do it free of cost, you don't have to pay anything for doing this, do you believe me? No, nobody will believe me, because traveling needs money. But again, if I tell you one more thing, that as you travel the globe, as you move around from hopping from one country to the other country, if I tell you that I'll pay you for doing that, will you believe me? No. Nobody is going to believe me. But I'll tell you, we can do it. It is possible. It is possible. Here, when you see this, there is a scheme called PMKVY which my department implemented in the past. We have trained 15,160 youths under this scheme and provided employment opportunities to 8,405 youths. And look at this lady, Senhile Kap. Can you see this lady? She is currently working with Oman Air as a cabin crew, and she is flying across 30-40 destinations in the globe, across the world. And she's been paid for that. So, skills, that's where you need skills. Apart from your conventional education, that's where you need skills. You can be the next person from Jaluki who is working for P&O Cruises, and she is based out of UK. And there are many other such Kunoto Chishi who is working at Dubai, or the Beslukeso who is working at Dubai. You can be the next person also, but with the right set of skills. In addition, I think I should also touch upon, since I'm from the ITI, so I should touch upon the ITI, what we do in the ITIs. In the ITIs, we provide you with the skills, the core skills that you need to become employable in that particular trade. We have 9 ITIs in the state. Kohima is the largest ITI. These are some of the trades that we have in the ITIs where we are providing training. Some are 1-year courses, some are 2 years courses. So the across knitting, starting from knitting all the way down to mason building construction. These are some of the trades that we have in the ITIs. This is another program which the department is going to implement very shortly. So we are going to train 60 youths for international placements in collaboration with National Skill Development Corporation International, NSDC International. And accordingly, these are some of the trainings which will be happening very shortly, and these training programs will be funded by MARYS Council. Yeah, I think this is going to be very important for you all again. Most of our youths, we have a very high literacy rate. We are well educated. We have a very strong command over the English language. We are good in comprehensive skills. So I think this is important again for you all, when you can start working even now. This is called the gig economy. It's called gig works, where a person works freelancing remotely from a job, one job to the other. You don't work on a permanent job. The economy is growing. The gig economy is going to contribute 350 million gig jobs by 2025, and it's a good opportunity. Some platforms where gig works are being done, you can register and you can take up immediately. Some of you are very good in graphic designing also. I've seen a lot of children your age who are excellent in graphic designing also. You can remotely register with all the platforms that are available here. You can register, you can take up the work. So case to case, you complete the works, you get paid. So you can start the works immediately if you have the skills. Yeah, so this is the last slide. It says thank you. But before we thank one another, I just want to also say one more thing. Can we try something? Just do this with me, everybody. Do this with me, yeah? Can we go faster? Yeah, faster. You can hear me? Now I want you all to show me and point your chin, please. Your chin, please. Yes, wonderful. Yeah, everybody has their chin here. Yeah, great. What does that say? We don't have our chin here. We have our chin here. This is our cheek. But what does that say? What does that indicate to all of us? Yes. That says that we all, as humans, have the tendency to hear something. We hear something. We see something. But at the end, we all do something else. Yes or no? Yes? Those at the back, yes or no? Yes. We hear something. We see something and we do something else. So, my dear friends, today, whatever we have seen today, whatever we have heard today, I want that whatever you have seen, whatever you have heard, I want you all to make a point that we sincerely take up the challenges that is at hand ahead of us. All right? With these few words, thank you so much and all the best to all of you. Thank you.
can wash, you can go there. Some sweets are kept here. Just wait. You're tired, are you? Yeah? Yeah. You can go here. There is wash place, then water is there continuing. Okay. 5 minutes break, 5 minutes only. Just relax, get up. But don't go away. Yeah. Mushrooms are there. Boys in there, don't get boys, if you want, you can come out here also. 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. You can come out here and take some water. Walk to the place to sleep. Yeah. Go and take some water. It's kept there. Walk. Because you sleep. Come. Water is kept there in the bottle. Go and have. Yeah, sweet. Come here and take the water. You don't have to relax.
Special project. Last was the result. Because you're only using that other app code to use whatever I've done for the students. Here, theoretically, that is the C dashboard. even the source of reliability. I mean, there is always the plus minus 3 to 4%, and it's not across the area of concern. Which we are planning to very yeah, come on. We are in the process of developing model, skills model. So I think this skills model will also be integrated with the CS model, National Career Service Model, which is a job model by the Ministry of Labor and Employment. And again, we have that data job links model where employers are registered.
I think so. Done. You have got power.
Yeah. I can bring her here. Yeah.
Can you call them? Yeah, we can call. For you, please come here. Okay, relax. Okay.
See, I told you Sunday. So we are going to do something slightly generally and bring it down. So say that the district administration is not going to do that. But the department administration is that.
Shall we start? Okay, I'll just go through some slides which will show you some ideas about the alternative employment and other opportunities, okay? So maybe I'll take maximum 15 minutes. After that, we'll have a round of question and answers or group discussion. So, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. What I've seen is in many interviews and exams, whenever we go through the selections, we can see that there's a lot of mistakes in documents, in your document, okay? So, people find surprise their documents is mistakenly entered after graduation only. So if there is any documents to be corrected, please take care of your documents by now. Second thing, those who want to work abroad, go abroad, travel around, tell your parents and make your passport together by now. Don't wait for preparing your passport and other things after graduation, okay? These things I have already said. Employment option, government servant, government sector, I have already covered. Private sector. There are basically 5 opportunities for you to choose your career. That is government, private, serving in abroad, that is foreign countries, agri and allied, self-employment. I will give you some information. As of Nagaland, as per 2011 census, the total employees is 1,25,299. That is 6+% of Nagas are government employees. Expected that if all the posts are advertised at the rate of retirement, there should be an advertisement somewhere around 3,000 plus. But as I said, the government is in a policy of reducing the employment opportunities in the government sector. So this much may not be expected in the coming days. See, for just simple 30 driver posts, there was 900 applicants, 44 posts of treasury, 9,500 applicants. This is the rate of unemployment in Nagaland. In government sector, you have to, as I've said, you have to enter through NPC, NSS, project base or land owner. Of course, I hope you are not aiming to become grateful like peons and janitors and sweeper. Why private sector? The post creation except retirement, no need post creation will be there, except in some exceptional cases, and that will be very, very less. The days of the government mindset, no, as I've said, government servant holiday enjoy growth, that days are no more, I'm telling you. We are, as a government servant today, I'm working literally 24 hours under full pressure with a lot of demands here and there. So the days of that enjoyment as a government servant are no more. Whether it's private or government servant, it depends on your job satisfaction and your field of interest, and that's how you will enjoy your service. Population is increasing, job opportunities is decreasing. Solution, private or self-employment. In private sector, you can go in airline sector, hospitality, cruise, government sector, agri, construction, nursing, tourism, IT sector, and lots are there. If you want to go abroad, nowadays you know that the famous World Cup is coming up in Qatar, right? So from Northeast, they are demanding in terms of 1,000 employees to go to the foreign land and serve there. But the problem is, a lot of youth wants to go, but the main reason is passport. So I'm telling you, please try to do your passport by now. Passport means not the photo, okay? The documents which is required to travel to the foreign land, that is called passport. So try to prepare that passport. Example in Kerala, this will go to next. In Kerala, they have around 3 crore 50 lakhs population and around nearly about 50 lakhs population work in European countries, okay? So if you go to Kerala, they don't have industry, but they have all posh buildings, posh road, and the economy is very, very good. So the main source of income is serving in foreign land, and they earn. And most of the Keralans are maximum teachers and nurses, okay? So when they work in foreign land, they earn a lot, and they convert that dollar into Indian currency. So they earn in terms of around 6,000-7,000 crore per month. Overall Kerala population. The total population of Nagaland, that is Kerala people working in foreign land, is double of total Naga population. Because our population is only around 21 lakhs, and the people of Kerala working in foreign land is somewhere around 50 lakhs. So you can imagine 50 lakhs people earning in dollar, converting that dollar into rupee. How is the economy of the Kerala turning this overall economy of the Kerala? So that is how we can visualize. Okay, I've also go through the other side, that is those who are interested in the business sector. I will just give you a tips. See, I've mixed up the presentation, sorry. See, whatever you decide about your future, you have to come across this obstacle, okay? Then you choose your career. How many of you get up very late? Or in other words, how many of you love sleeping? All of us love sleeping, okay? I agree, I also love sleeping, but when I was a student, I sacrificed these main things. Sleep. You should adjust your sleep in such a way that your studies or building your career is not affected. Do you agree? Those who sleep too much from the day onwards, reduce your sleep and convert that into doing your assignment, homework, or studying, etc. Of course, romance, maybe you are too early, but try to sacrifice this also. I'm telling you, many of my friends who were very serious, falling in love with each other during college days, I think most of them couldn't reach to the level where they were targeting or where they were expected to reach. So the days of your romance, your enjoyment will come, but not at least during your college and university days. Try to keep the limit. Alcohol, drugs, these things you should sacrifice. Your parents may be rich, but you have no right to spend your parents' money or wealth as if it is yours. Am I right? So in other words, if your parents are poor and if you die poor, is it your parents' mistake? It's your mistake. Am I right? So if your parents are poor, you should try to die rich. If your parents are rich, you should try to die rich. In both the cases. That is what I mean to say economy. Supposing your friends are using iPhone, is it necessary that you also use iPhone? No. Tomorrow, your friends who is using iPhone may be compelled to use black and white while you use the iPhone in the future, or Apple. That is mobile friendship. Friendship. What the researchers and what practically I've seen is, if you are having 5 members as your circle of friends, and if 4 are very good, it is likely that the 5th one will also become very good. But if you are a very nice person, but if your other 3 friends are bad person, it is almost likely that you will also end up becoming bad person. Okay? So choosing your friends, your company as a school students is very, very important. That is what I am saying, that in my introductory I said student's life is golden life. So you have to enjoy as a friend, as a classmate, as a teammate, but at the same time try to reduce or avoid the friends who are trying to influence you in the form of drugs, alcohol, or bunking class, or not doing homework, trying to do all naughty, beyond limitation and all these things. And of course, whether, I always say that whether you are Muslim, whether you are Hindu, or whether you are Christian, those who are strong believer in their own religion, they become mostly successful. So I guess most of you are Christian here. So those are Christian, you should have strong belief in the religion in which you are. And as I said, even if you are non-Christian, it doesn't matter. It's nothing wrong in believing in your own religion. Okay, I'll try to cover this entrepreneurship point. Have you ever heard the word entrepreneurship? Entrepreneur. Any successful person, okay, whether it's doctor, engineer, business, politician, professor, farmer, whoever who is very successful, I call him or her as an entrepreneur. So how to become an entrepreneur? Entrepreneurs are not born. Entrepreneurs are made, okay? As you go through your life, you can become successful. That is what I mean in a very nutshell. The points which I have covered in the previous sector, that is agree. I mean I covered, but agree. I want all of you to focus on this point. Agree. Kheti kura na. See, people in olden days, we think that farmers means we look them as very low. Kheti kura mano, something like that. But today, yes. Today we have a lot of future in agri. Why? first reason is we have land. It is our forefathers' trade. We have people to man our field. Everyone can do. And the option is also very less. But today the farm, if we do modern farming, there's lot and lot of scope due to this information technology. We all, I think all of you, we all buy everything online, am I right? The same way, all of our products which we can produce in our online can be sold online. Example, nowadays, the kiwi which is produced in Tech, it is going to Delhi and abroad also. Many other things are there. Likewise, we can focus on farming. Like, why I'm telling you this is, all of you cannot become government servant, okay? And all of you also cannot go to government, foreign land, or many people may not be willing to venture out of Nagaland. So for these kind of fellows, farming is very huge scope for all of us. And I'm telling you, there's lot of scope and there's lot of money in it. So those who are willing to set up your own business or enterprises, please focus on this farming sector. Lots and lots of there. Self-employment, automobile, beauty and wellness, retail, media, call center, security, front office, madrasa school, etc., etc. This I have covered. And another one very important things which I want to tell you is, those who want to become a businessman in the future, make friends with banks, okay? Without making friends with banks, you will never survive. So from now on, open your account, always keep transacting in the account, whether it's online, offline, or whatever. One thing which I have observed is this Marwari and Gujaratis, most of them become businessmen without money. Okay, I'm telling you, without money. They don't have money, but they do business with the money of the government, that is the loan they take from the bank. And the only basic number one rule is the transaction you have with the bank that will decide your loan and your friendship and your integrity with the bank. So this is one tips which I want to give you for those people who are interested to become businessmen in the future. I think that's all. Now we'll have question and answer session. So please, shall we sit in the front? Now, we didn't cover, supposing those who want to do engineering, how do you go for engineering? Those who want to go for doctor, to study MBBS, how you should go. Those who want to become MBA, how you should go. Those who want to become pilot, how you should go. All these things we didn't cover because these are very specific topics. So those in your career, whatever you want to choose, if you are not sure how to go about, please, you can ask or you put the question in writing, okay? You don't need to write your name or whatever, just put the question and we will answer. You are getting that? Whatever you want to become, whatever is your aim in life, whether it's businessman, whether it's to do with the teaching in the religious ministry, to become a nurse, to become a professor, to become a agri profession, politician, or whatever. In any field you want to choose, if you have any doubt and if you want to know how you should go about, please You can ask directly or you can put up in writing. Don't feel sad, feel free. Can someone supply some piece of paper?
You can ask, you can stand and ask. You have to be confident enough. If you have any doubts, the resource persons are here to clarify. So if you have any doubts, you can stand and question. Okay?
Yeah, time is off. Please keep off. Then we will try. Just now.
Maybe any question may not necessarily be related to your career also.